¿Qué tal amigos? This is Mao. And as I promised, I was going to do a quick review for the Omnar lens CN26-6. It's a 26 millimeter lens with a fixed aperture of f6. And this lens was made by a company called Omnar. They are in the UK. This Omnar lens, I received it actually last year. Right now it's March of 2023. And it took about probably 6 months for them to actually deliver it to me once I placed the order. It's a limited edition, so right now they don't have any more. I decided to purchase this lens because I wanted to support the person that was actually making the lens. This is a lens that gives you the feel of a point and shoot camera. And it was kind of cool to actually being able to mount that on my favorite camera, which are the Leicas. And you can put it on either a film or a digital camera. If you go for the film, you can shoot black and white film and everything will be fine. It's very sharp in the center and it kind of fades up on the sides. But if you shoot color, then you have some color shifting on it. As well, if you shoot it on digital, that's one of the main problems, because if you shoot it on the color digital, like in this case, this is at 240, MP 240, the color shift is very evident on the camera. So one of the advantages that you can do to remove that color shift, if you don't want to see that, is convert it to black and white. And that's one option. Now, if you shoot monochrome, everything will be fine. What I like about the lens is actually its size. It's very small, compact. You can just put it in one of the cameras and point and shoot pretty much. Your focus is, if you can see it, it's just a very small movement and you go from 0.7 meters to infinity in just one quick movement. The problem that you can find is once you go into a film camera is actually try to get an idea, a mental idea, what would it look like, the framing. In the digital camera, what I do is actually put a viewfinder and be able to frame that way. So I kind of cheat on that, with the digital camera. The thing that I like about it also is the build of the lens. It's an excellent build. And I think that's one of the stronger parts of the lens for me. Whether you have just kind of like a weird point and shoot, coming out of that Canon AF10 look, and then you mount it on the camera, but I mean, everything feels solid. I think the build quality is excellent on the camera. What I don't like about the lens, I think just mainly, sometimes the color shift is annoying because it gives you in color, it makes it look like, kind of like if you're shooting expired film, But if you don't mind that, and that's an aesthetic that you don't care, and you just want something simple to mount on your camera, I think at that time was a great option. I don't know if they're gonna have any more of these lenses. Like I mentioned, it was less than 30 that they made. Right now they have a different production starting with this Leica S lens, the 35 millimeter 1.8, and they're doing that. But just the conversion is 2,400 pounds plus the lens. In this case, this lens cost me around, I think it was like 800 pounds, so about maybe $1,100 with everything, shipping and everything, and all the options that I chose for it. So it was a little bit cheaper option, I like to support, companies that they are making different type of lenses, but on the other hand, $3,000 or $2,800 or maybe even more, it's kind of like, I'm not gonna do it. I'd rather get a 35 millimeter steel rim that is coming out, that is actually, in production. But to want to share some of the pictures, as you can see it through the video, and you can get an idea. I think the basic thing what I did is actually converted, some of the color images and convert it to black and white, and you can kind of save a little bit more of the, some of the stuff that might be distracting on it. But on the other hand, I shoot a lot of expired film just because I like the aesthetic of it. And just doing it digitally, I think the M240 is just something that it just makes it look, like expired film, and, it's okay. And I'm not spending, a lot of money on film, it's actually, digital. So Do I like the lens? Yes, I do. Do I like the build quality? Yes, as I mentioned, it's excellent. What I don't like about it, I mean, there's nothing really not to like about it. I mean, if you are not into point and shoot looks, you know, if you think that every Leica camera should have a Leica lens on it, then you're probably not gonna like this idea. But if you like to experiment, look, you know, get more juice out of your Leica camera, and you want to see some aesthetic that is different than what Leica offers, which is, in a way, in the current lenses lined up, is just pretty much perfection. You know, and if you want to see something that is not perfect, and you don't want to spend a lot of money, I mean, I think it was a great option. There are a lot of manufacturers like MS Optics or Light Lens Lab and TT Artisans and all the other ones that they create different lenses, different looks. Some they want to imitate Leica, but in this case, this one was not an imitation to any type of Leica lens. It was just a lens that this guy had an idea, Hamish, to try to do it in one specific way, and I just enjoy it. You know, his vision and what he wanted to do. There are different lenses coming out. I put a link on the description so you can actually see their website. And like I mentioned, they have a new Nikon coming out. Also, they have these 39mm lens caps, which are pretty cool. And, you know, you can put it over there in any 39mm lens that is a Leica, and you can just screw in on top of it. And I think it looks very cool and also gives great protection to your lens. Lastly, I just want to thank anybody that subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much for it. I'm just starting, so every subscription, I really appreciate it. And I will post more content for Leica or any other film cameras that I'm shooting right now, and just give you some feedback on it. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Adios.